This is Eagle Owl, and today I will talk about Jalen Hurts' love for coaches. Also, Eagles look like we will be playing the Green Bay Packers week 1. And lastly, we got to talk about Fletcher Cox and how he wants to be a Hall of Famer. But let's get straight into it. All right, so let's just dive straight into the topics today. Jalen Hurts spoke to the ladies at the women's basketball game, spoke to the commentators, and his connection with Dawn Staley, right? Everybody know they cool, they close. She usually wear his jersey. He talks about her a lot. You see them together a lot. And let me go ahead and play this clip.
You're here supporting Coach Staley. Can you tell us more about that relationship and the connection to Philly? We really love to see that.
Philly is strong.
Yeah.
It is strong. It's a special place, I wouldn't rather be in another place, but Coach Staley, just actually being coached by her cousin, Deuce, so it kind of got connected that way. Then she was doing her thing here. I've done community work at the Hangout. There's a community center down there where she grew up in Philly, so it's definitely deep ties there. But I love great coaching. I love and respect how she goes about it, the leader she is, the competitor she is, how she's able to relate, and she's just special. She's special, and I know Coach Gino. I wanted to talk about that and his greatness and everything he's been able to accomplish, because that's just something that you have to appreciate. And just to see the sustainability and everything they've been able to do at their program is great.
See, the thing is, why does this matter, Eagle? He's talking about Dawn Staley, but his passion of talking about coaches, right? So Jalen Hurts came from a coach. Like, his father is a coach. Gotta think he was with Nick Saban, Lincoln Riley. You can say what you want. Nick Sirianni took him to a Super Bowl, so he really liked good coaching. And what was the problem last year? Was the coaching. So coaching really matters. I know a couple days ago I talked about Kellen Moore and how Baldinger brought up a good point, stating that, yeah, Kellen Moore is good, but Jalen Hurts needs tough coaching. He don't need the soft coaching, the pat on the back, and everything's going to be fine. You got to let Jalen Hurts know when he's doing something wrong. Because, again, look how he speaks. Look at the coaches last year. So inexperienced. I know Brian Johnson, we had high hopes for him, but he just wasn't ready for that play calling type role. But Jalen Hurts, again, needs tough coaching. Kellen Moore seemed like a laid back dude, and everything's going to be all right type guy. Can't do that with Jalen Hurts. Simply can't do that. You got to be on him. $100 million man, whatever, quarter of $1 billion man, got to be on his back. Got to be on his back, man, so he could play at the highest level. So, again, Jalen Hurts loved the coaching, and he speaks about coaches with a passion. Hopefully the Eagles really saw that problem, because we all seen it, from the front office to the fans to the non-fans that just watched the Eagles game. We knew coaching was a problem. The talent is there, but the coaching is the problem. Don't matter how much talent we got. These Kellen Moores of the world, Vic Vangios, Nick Sirianni, the position coach, they gotta be ready. They gotta be ready. But all right, so let's talk about Eagles versus Packers, possibly week 1. I've seen this Green Bay page to say, like, welcome to Brazil. It seemed like it's hitting that it's going to be Eagles versus Green Bay. I like the matchup. Jordan Love versus Jalen Hurts. Jordan Love is starting to find his footing. Jalen Hurts found his footing a little bit earlier than Jordan Love. To me, Jordan Love actually showed signs. I think when we played them, I want to say last year, and he showed signs like, yo, he can be good. Just, you need his opportunity, need his team. He need Aaron Rodgers out the way. And I believe definitely was last year, because I remember Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Jordan Love came out. I'm like, Jordan Love looked good. He started off the year slow, then he sped it up, beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. They overachieved. Now, you playing the hungry Eagles team. Eagles gonna want to take his head off week 1 in Brazil, because basically Brazil is our home, right? That's our home game. but it's going to be a very great matchup. Eagles, Green Bay. No, it's not a divisional game. Could it have some magnitude, later into the season? Whoever win or lose, sure. Maybe a team like, man, we wish we would have beat the Eagles week 1, or the Eagles like, man, we wish we would have beat Green Bay week 1. But man, it's gonna be a great matchup. And I believe Jordan Love and Jalen Hurts were in the same draft class, if I'm not mistaken. So again, the young guys are coming up. It's time to move the old Dak Prescotts and the Matthew Staffords and stuff out the way. These young dudes are coming up, man. And coming up, and this is going to be a great matchup. Up and coming team versus an established team. Let the best team win, right? All right. So I guess let's get into the last topic of the day. Let's talk about it. Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox spoke about retirement, and this is what he had to say.
With a lot of emotions. This game is mentally and physically can take a toll on you. And, I've enjoyed it at the highest level. I've been at the highest level. And at that point, I feel like that I've gave this game all I could give. The game is given to me back. I've been part of the highs, I've been part of the lows in this league. And, and I've enjoyed it all. And, as a human, you look at yourself in the mirror and you realize and you ask yourself, is this something that you really want to do? And I told myself, when I make the decision, I want to do it with no regrets. And I have no regrets about making this decision to retire from the NFL.
No, he gave it his all. He gave it his all. Fletcher Cox, I mean, look at the career numbers, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. But I say that to say this. I know it was an article out there, and I also heard him say it during the press conference. Actually, let me go ahead and play that clip too.
I was just talking about that. I got to get the Eagles Hall of Fame first, so that might help me. But obviously, yeah, that's something I think about. Apparently, it's all in everybody else's hands right now. But hopefully, one day, a few years from now, is putting on a gold jacket, and I'm looking forward to it. And I'll have the same exact family here, and that we all be celebrating.
He's saying hopefully he could be a Hall of Famer, and hopefully he could be a Hall of Famer. I'm just repeating myself. And I just don't know. He'll be forever a Eagles legend. But it's so unfair to Fletcher Cox because he played in the Aaron Donald era. Aaron Donald just completely dominated this era. Now, Eagles fans, we know he couldn't do nothing to Kelsey. But, man, Aaron Donald against 31 other teams was a dog, a beast, hard to stop. Now, can Fletcher Cox maybe like later in his life, maybe he's not a first ballot, second, or even third ballot Hall of Famer? Maybe, but he just played in the wrong era. I mean, if he was outside of Aaron Donald's era, absolutely. Fletcher Cox stayed with one team his whole career. Again, the numbers is out of this world, but he just played in the wrong era. And I think it's unfair. I seen, people bashing him about his prediction of him wanting to be a Hall of Famer. I actually feel really bad because, again, he's just a victim of the time he played then. But I don't take him for granted. He played a huge role of us getting the Super Bowl, huge role to this team's success. Hell, to me, he had another year or two in him, but he retired at the right time. Him, Jason Kelsey, hell, if you want to mention Aaron Donald, these dudes are retiring at the right time. I hate to see a guy forced retire, a guy that was a legend that all of a sudden, just fall. But he was right there, Eagles limited his snap count. He had a very long career, barely hurt. I know he was hurt a couple times this year, but best of luck to Fletcher Cox, man. Best of luck to Fletcher Cox. He will be missed. I was hoping he'd give it one more. We got Brandon Graham to give it one more. Man, Fletcher Cox and Jason Kelsey, I hate for y'all to retire the collapse year. But Eagles are going to turn it around for y'all, man. But hey, man, what do you think and how do you feel about the news today? Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, who you got? We Eagles fans, of course, we rocking with Hurts. Fletcher Cox, do you believe he's a Hall of Famer? I say unfortunately not, man. Just unfortunately not. And Jalen Hurts love for the coaches. Eagles definitely have to get that corrected. But this is Eagle Al, man. I'm out.